Sometimes you come across a story and you just know, I mean, you really know that it's going to be special. My fifth pick from all the films made at Odyssey in my 13 years here is one of those. And the miracle is that it was made at all, because the story happened during pandemic, when it was virtually impossible to get a film out. Do you know of the Tulsa Massacre? Now, I didn't, and none of my friends or colleagues knew of it either. When back in 1921, a white mob burnt down Black Wall Street, an area of remarkable commercial success spreading across acres that had built up only 2 generations after emancipation. One night in 1921, a white mob came along, burnt it down, taking lives, destroying livelihoods. But the story doesn't end there. It's a story that needed to be told. Here's the trailer for Descended from the Promised Land, The Legacy of Black Wall Street.
There's this quote by John Hope Franklin. There are 2 ways which whites destroy a black community. One is by building a freeway through it. The other is by changing its zoning laws.
The cutting off of the legacy, the cutting off of intergenerational wealth, that is what the 1921 massacre did to the black community. And still some people were resilient enough after that to rebuild. And that was destroyed by redistricting, rezoning, eminent domain, taking property from businesses. I mean, that's what happened to my great-grandmother's building. The city bought it because everything around it was being gentrified. Kind of the common theme, unfortunately, that's happened in a lot of the black communities across the United States.
We will never have a real scale of all the businesses and all the companies of Black Wall Street when it was absolutely at its best. Black Wall Street went on for miles and miles. Now it's a little block. There are black-owned businesses on that street, but it's been gentrified. My sister and I talk about this all the time. What if the massacre didn't happen at all? Would this have been a business that kept going and our family could have been a legacy? The possibilities are absolutely endless. Would Black Wall Street had an influence on the entire nation?
Now, whatever you do, watch the whole documentary. It's under half an hour, and I promise you, you'll look at the whole issue of racial and economic justice with new eyes. And look out towards the end of the film for a question raised by young Byron Crenshaw. It's so brilliant, it still sends shivers down my spine as we try and work out what economic justice could really look like today. Interested? Well, why don't you take it to the next level and get involved with Odyssey's national social impact campaign built around the film. You can find out how to put a screening on for your community, your congregation, or even workplace. Now there's no reason for anyone to say they've never heard of the Tulsa Massacre.